Hey Jared, I gotta tell you this dad joke.
What you got for me?
What do you get when you cross a snowman with a vampire?
I don't know what.
Frostbite.
Wow, what a joke.
I guess I should just stick to the MoneyWise FAQs?
I think that's a good idea.
Hi, Sean. How are you today?
Good, Bobby Joe. How are you?
Pretty good. I wanted to ask you if you could explain what supplemental wages are and how are they handled through payroll?
It's a great question, Bobby Joe, and one that there's a lot of confusion on in the marketplace, and with clients and how we do payroll. The IRS defines supplemental wages as anything that's not normal pay. And normal pay is defined as salary, regular earnings, overtime earnings, sick and vacation. So everything extra, bonuses, commissions, technically tips, are all supplemental pay. Now, tips are a weird case on the supplemental pay. They don't follow all the same supplemental rules if you have a tipped wage employee. But any employee who makes greater than the tipped minimum wage for your area, it's possible you should be considering those tips as a supplemental wage.
In the rare cases that you use a supplemental rate and it's a large conservative amount comes out and that employee has overpaid for the year, what happens?
So then, right, that's like any other overpayment, right? So if you overpay your withholding, then you'll receive that refund back on your federal tax return, right? So if your normal federal tax rate is 12% and you're withheld at 22%, that just becomes a part of what would be a larger refund. I would caution employees that, if you're getting refunds that are larger than you want, you need to have a conversation with your employer about how to manage both your regular withholding amount and or your supplemental withholding amount so that it can be standard, right? Because an employee can say, all right, you're gonna use supplemental rates on my supplemental pay. I'd like my supplemental rate to be 12% and 4% because I know that's what my federal and state tax rates are respectively, as opposed to the flat rate that comes out of the IRS and the state.
And the clients who have 50 plus, 20 plus even, to actually go and ask each individual employee, A, can that be done? And B, how long would that take? What would you recommend?
If you're doing bonuses for the first time, and you don't have time to ask all of your employees, I would withhold at the supplemental rate, right? It's the right thing. It's the right answer. It's the instructions you get in publication 15 in the circular E from the IRS. And if an employee complains, you just say, hey, we followed the IRS's rules here. If that left you over withheld, you can make changes to your regular withholding or otherwise reduce your regular withholding for the remainder of the year. And beyond that, I would say have your policy and procedure clear up front. So if bonuses or commission are going to be a regular part of your pay, make sure that you're discussing with your your employees who receive regular bonuses or regular commission, hey, this is supplemental pay. It needs to be withheld at a supplemental rate. You need to make sure that you have addressed this in the withholding instructions that you give us. We have the ability to work with our clients to have a customized solution with instructions from your employee. Again, remember, it's the employee has to make the decision that we'll work with you to meet the employee's needs if they've provided you clear written instructions. Not everybody will do that, but that is a way, again, with clear instructions. You don't have to default to the supplemental rate, but without clear instructions, you have to default to the supplemental rate.
I think this clears up a lot of surface level questions that we get.
Yeah, I think this at least gives you a place to stand and think if you're a client who's got employees with supplemental pay, and certainly feel free to ask other questions of us or of your payroll provider. We'll try and help give you some thoughts.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the question, Bobby Joe.
You are very welcome, Sean.
If you have questions about this or any other payroll-related issue, we have a lot of resources on our website and on our social channels.
Also, feel free to give the office a call, stop in, or email us. Any one of us would be happy to speak with you about your questions.
And if you need a new payroll provider, make sure you check out our affordability calculator on our website so that we can get you a free quote. My name is Sean.
My name is Bobby.
This has been a MoneyWise FAQ.